We take a look at the plans for Paul Heyman's WWE return. Elsewhere, an absent WWE superstar has hinted at a comeback, and Cody Rhodes is getting a special entrance at Bad Blood. It's all in the wrestling news. Hello everybody, Jack and Ross here with the second news video of today. We're going to start by talking about Paul Heyman. There was speculation that Heyman would return to SmackDown last Friday because he shared a mid-flight video of himself on Instagram, but we didn't see him on our screens on SmackDown, but he was part of a key moment on the show.
This comes to us from the Wrestling Observer, who says that Heyman was one of the key people directing the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns segment on SmackDown, as you would figure he would be. As far as when he returns as a character, it's expected it'll be as a babyface, and they are just waiting for the right timing.
Could be in that tag team match, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Play a decisive role, I don't know.
When Roman turns full heel. Because it looked like off that back of that promo where Roman rocked up with 7 cars for one man. And then Cody rocked up in his humble Mustang, I think it was. Shades of John Cena from WrestleMania 23. That when Roman's facing his family, he's a babyface. But when Roman's facing anybody else, he's ever so slightly heelish.
And
this is my city.
What did you think of it as well? Because obviously it took place off on location, away from the wrestling ring. It was different.
Yeah, I like the production of it. It made, especially Roman rocking up with 7 cars like he's some kind of president. It made him feel larger than life. Cody held his own, I thought, because it got off to a bit of a start saying, I played football here, therefore this is my field, therefore this is my stadium, therefore this is my city. Cody named some local attractions, said his family has bled in the city, therefore the city is his. It went on a little bit long for me, but I like the production. I liked it being a bit different as well.
It's very much, it felt like Triple H loved this.
Yeah, there was a little shade of it towards the end where I was like, this is a little bit one final beatish in terms of like taking itself a bit too seriously. Is that fair?
Well, apparently another of the directors behind it was Jeremy Borash. I can't remember if he was involved on the one final beat match, but he has been in the past Shawn Michaels' guy for on-location NXT segments, which we know and love.
Yeah, I think it worked for those two though. I don't think a lot of people could have like held a segment like that, but I thought the 2 people they had involved was the right choice.
Yeah, absolutely. If and when Heyman comes back, we'll have to wait and see. But as a babyface, I don't know if I'd like him as a babyface, but given what happened to him in the storyline, he kind of has to be at first.
Yeah, I think it'd be shades of like, not as piss-takey as what he and Punk was around about WrestleMania 29, but that sort of vibe.
Okay.
With him and Roman.
Oh, messing around.
Yeah, having a great time, you know. Just 2 lads with the beers and whatnot.
Yeah, fair enough. Elsewhere, an absent WWE superstar has hinted at a return. On her official Instagram, Dakota Kai shared a WWE highlight reel with the words "See you soon" written above it, hinting at an impending comeback. She was sidelined last month with a meniscus tear, an injury that came not too long after she'd returned to the ring from an ACL tear. So she's had bad luck recently. When she comes back, now was it you mentioning her and the Wyatts as a potential thing?
She cut a promo just before her injury where the Wyatt signal was in the background, and we all know what that means.
Well, it could mean
Of course, I know a lot of people thought it was going to be Alexa Bliss off the back of the Wyatt promo on Raw last week or 2 weeks ago now, where they're hitting
the QR code.
Yeah, they were hitting at a lady joined the faction.
Yeah.
Could it be Dakota Kai instead of Alexa Bliss?
Well, we were talking about that last week on the podcast, and Tom did say Bliss, and I just was like, oh yeah, of course it is, of course it will be. But now you've said that, and the fact that, is there only still 5 members of the Wyatt Six? And then they seem to have delayed it. Could it have been to delay it while Dakota Kai recovers from this injury?
Potentially. It just seems weird that interview backstage would happen with the very deliberate place in that thing, and then nothing would follow on from that.
Yeah. Oh, we might have to. I hope that you get something substantial, whether or not it is involved with the Wyatts, just because she's had such bad luck.
Yeah, and especially after that Twitch stream as well. She was like, give me a bloody chance, you flaming galah. And then that happened.
Yes, crossing the line now to TNA, because at TNA Victory Road 2024, there was meant to be a match involving Steph De Lander, but then formerly Persia Pirotta of WWE, of course. Then she revealed at the show that she'll be out of action for a while due to upcoming neck surgery. She had a planned tag team match for the show and an ongoing storyline with PCO and Matt Cardona, but that's been sidelined as a result. She gave a few more details on That's Cooked podcast, where she revealed a bit more.
Is that hosted by Shawn Michaels?
It sounds like it.
That's what he says at the end of every single NXT, every single Tuesday. That's cooked. Anyway, Steph De Lander says it's going to be a fusion of a C5 and C6. Is it career ending? Absolutely not. How long am I going to be out for? Probably 6+ months, maybe a little bit longer. It's just the way it is.
That sounds painful, though. I'm assuming C5 and C6 are vertebrae.
It's in the old that back bit there, you know.
Yeah, it sounds bad.
It does sound bad.
Hopefully she's all right. 6 months is a long time, but Steph De Lander, as well as Matt Cardona, they can continue to get themselves over even without wrestling.
And I imagine while she's out with, especially with the gimmick that her and Matt Cardona have together, a person wearing a neck brace very much fits that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the injured superstar.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Elsewhere, and is another team about to join the wrestling war?
Are you talking about the real Texans or whatever they called themselves on Collision this week?
Who? Oh, what, Dustin and Sammy?
Dustin and Sammy.
Oh, is that what their new name is?
Something like that. I
The
can't remember what it was
Real
now.
Texans.
Yeah.
Well, they're both from Texas.
They are
aren't
from Texas, yeah.
Actually, is Dustin?
Dustin's
He
from
must
Texas.
be. Is he? All right.
He is Mr. Texas.
It's just that Cody is Georgia.
Aye.
But I guess they're half
I guess
brothers.
Dustin was born in Georgia, but he's a Texas.
Texas.
Dusty's a Texas.
Oh, he teams
boy,
with the Von
yeah.
Erichs and all that. Yeah, of course. Anyway, he revealed on Twitter that he's launching his own wrestling promotion, kicking off in 2 months' time, saying finally, at Rhodes Wrestling is launching, but the graphic says Rhodes Wrestling Alliance. So the handle's Rhodes Wrestling, but it's Rhodes Wrestling Alliance, RWA. He wrote, stay tuned in the coming weeks for all info. November 21st, Thursday at 6 p.m. Central. Hashtag RWA's Bullpen in Leander, Texas. Let's make the first one special. I'll be doing a VIP meet and greet at 5 p.m. Central.
Lovely.
Oh. Well, it seems to be tied to his training school because the RWA Bullpen is the training center for the Rhodes Wrestling Academy. Do you think this will be like a feeder system for AEW?
It would make sense to be. I think it has been used as that in the past. I can't think of a name, but I assume I always picture that big room where it's got the artificial grass and the wrestling rings where Dustin Rhodes likes to live.
Is that the Nightmare
Factory?
Yes.
Which I think is it different from this? I don't know. I didn't research
the
it.
fact that Dustin's at the helm of both, I think it's probably the same or affiliated loosely with it. I'd quite like it though, even if it is just a feeder system. It could be AEW's own NXT.
Good.
Whoa.
Chef Rhodes at the helm.
Yeah.
Cooking like Chef Michaels.
It might be booked a bit more like an old school NWA territory as well, which would be quite nice in the modern landscape. It was recently revealed as well that his AEW contract is close to ending, but it hasn't been confirmed yet if Dustin's going to leave or re-sign. He did have an update on Twitter over the weekend, though.
Yes, he did say, I love AEW. For 5 years, I've been on this one last ride, and I have loved it. This place is good for my soul.
That's nice.
And I'd assume Tony Khan is thinking, my God, I better lock him down, because there's always that lingering thing of his story with Cody being a thing on WWE, and that would be a heartbreak for Tony when he's got that guy who would be involved on his books to begin with.
Was it the 2002 Royal Rumble where Goldust came back?
Yes.
Imagine that again. Yeah, you got to
with Val Venus and The Godfather.
Yeah, great time. The Godfather could come out. Oh no, I don't know what I'm talking about. I was gonna say on Undertaker's bike for some reason because he pals with him.
Bye,
Yeah.
Bear.
Is that what he called? Does he call Taker Bear?
Undertaker calls Godfather Bear, and I think that's adorable.
That makes them sound like they're like a married couple or something.
Pretty much are.
Yeah, true.
I think it's his oldest friend in the wrestling business, Undertaker's. Yeah. Bless them.
And finally, obviously, it's the Bad Blood PLE coming up, I think in the first week of October. And it's taking place in Atlanta, Georgia. We talked about Cody and Roman's meeting on SmackDown. They're both Georgia boys. Well, Roman played for Georgia Tech. Cody's a Georgia
You
boy.
play football here. Thank you.
Yeah, it was that intense. Now it's been revealed that Cody's going to have a special entrance in his special hometown show.
Yeah, well, Cody's theme, you might have heard, is called Kingdom, and that'll be performed by the University of Arkansas. I can never say it. Arkansas, of course. Pine Buff's marching band at Bad Blood, they'll be there. You might have recognised these people from this image that Owen or whoever's doing this video is going to put there. They went a little bit viral by doing their performance with some dancing ladies at a football match
And
game.
they did Kingdom in a marching band style. I assume they're going to do that again.
Yeah.
Does that mean Roman's just going to have his normal entrance?
He'll have the Georgia Tech band, I assume.
All the football lads as well around. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a band from Georgia. Can't think of one. Yeah.
Atlanta. Well, I can think of rap groups.
That rapping guy who's in the car with Cody, he'll rap Roman to the ring.
Oh, Metro Boomin.
Metro
He makes
Boomin.
the beats.
I know nothing.
Outcast are from Atlanta. He could come
There
out.
you
Could
go.
come out of Miss Jackson. That would be fantastic. There we go. Thank you very much for watching this news video. We'll have more updates for you throughout the day at cultaholic.com. There's also a news video up on the channel already as well at Cultaholic Wrestling. And thank you once again. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I've been Jack. This has been Ross. And we'll see you very soon.